Morning, everyone. Am I audible to all of you? Okay. Before starting new topic, I am going to clear few doubts. First one is regarding project. In project, you have to complete your practical record in which you have to complete 20 programs. 20 programs. One program having 5 marks. Okay, got it? That is total 100 marks. We will start doing program after first semester. Okay, got it? So I hope there is no such type of confusion. Dave? Yes, want to ask something?
Sir, we can create that 20 programs in school in practical labs.
I will give you task to perform that. Okay, after first semester. So presently you have to no need to write anything in the practical file. Got it? Okay. After first semester we will start that program. One program carrying 5 marks and total 100 marks that will be allotted in
Sir, but I have to ask that in school we can come and perform.
Don't know. Maybe according to the situation. Okay. Let us see. Okay. Second thing, I think there is one student having doubt that why we are marking these points in the book. That will be beneficial for you during preparation of your exam. Got it? And those points we mark after explanation of the topic. Okay. Someone tell that without explanation we just mark the important points and all. No. Okay. Next thing. Today we are going to discuss 6 program. Okay. If there is any doubt in programming, make it clear. You are free to ask your doubt. You are free to ask any question related to the particular chapter, because programming is important. So just clear your doubt. If there is any kind of doubt that why we are writing this program, what is the keyword and all. Okay. Next thing, I am going to mark your attendance. Means I am taking the screenshot of the participants at the last moment. So don't try to leave the class before completion. Okay. Before I give you permission to leave the class. Got it? Okay. Let us start data types. Concept of data types. Wait a minute. Yes. Concept of data types. What is that? Let us discuss data types. Data types is a kind of keyword. Okay. Data type is a kind of keyword that define what type of value contained by a variable. Suppose there is a variable x. If we put int in front of x, it is a data type. It means this x is going to store integer type of value. That is called data type. Got it? Means we have no permission to store other type of value. If we store some decimal value, for example 2.3, then in that case this 0.3 will be sliced out and only 2 is stored in this particular variable. Even maybe few versions of Java throw an error in that case. Got it? So data type means type of data contained by a variable, means it specifies the type of data contained by a variable. Just note it down in the book itself. Data type specify the type of data contained by a variable. Type of data contained by a variable. Got it? Done? Mac, why are you not writing? Okay. Next, come to the category of data type. What are the categories of data type? There are 2 categories of data type. This data type can be divided, can be classified into 2 types. First one is primitive data types. primitive data types, and second one is reference data type. Let us discuss it one by one. What is primitive data types? These are the data type that is inherited from some ancestral language, or these data type are defined in the language itself. For example, int, float, char, these are the primitive data types. And what is the reference data type? These data type derive from the primitive data type. Okay, this is also called user defined data type. Okay, means reference data type derived from the primitive data type. What are the example of reference data type? Class. Class is the user defined data type or reference data type that we learned in the previous chapter. Got it? Next one is array. Interfaces. These are the reference data type that uses primitive data type to define itself. Got it? Primitive data types, reference data types. Here, example are int, float, char, etc. Okay, got it? Okay, so everyone interested to mark the important point? Okay, mark that. First, tick that pink box, data type, definition of data type. Everyone written that definition that is that defined by me. Okay, next one is, come to the third paragraph. Java data type are of two types. First one is primitive data type, just mark both line, and after that reference data type. Mark up to second line up to full stop, up to interface. Got it? Okay, is there any kind of confusion in both of these two data type? No? Okay. Now we are going to discuss type of primitive data types. What are the types of primitive data types? There are 4 categories of primitive data types. 4 categories. First one is, that is numeric integer. I will write in short, int means integer. In this type of data type, we assign only whole number values, only integer values. Rajnandni want to ask something? Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, please explain this primitive and reference data type. I'm not able to get it.
Okay. Primitive data types are those data types that is defined by the language itself, or it is inherited from the ancestral language. Got it? Like int, char, float, these are the primitive data types. And in reference data type, actually these data type use primitive data type to define itself. Okay? Or inherit all the values from the primitive data types. These are also called user defined data type. For example, class, array, interfaces. These are the example of reference data type. Got it? Okay. Now come to the category of primitive data type, int. Here we have to store only integer values, only whole number values. No decimal values is allowed. Just mark these 4 categories. Java support following 4 type of primitive data types. Take all those 4 data types. Let us discuss it one by one. What we have to actually learn or study in this particular topic. We have to learn what type of value that is allowed in these data type, and second one is size that is given in that table. Okay. So in first category, that is numeric integral type, only whole number values are allowed. Okay. Next one is, there are 4 type of primitive data types that come under this category. What are that? Byte, short, int, long. What is the size of byte? That is 8-bit. 8-bit means 1 byte. Just learn in byte. Okay. That is easy to remember. So byte, it will take 1 byte. Short, take 2 byte. Int, take 4 byte. And long, take 8 byte. This is the size. Means up to this size, you are allowed to store the value. Got it? All 4 data types clear? Okay. Next thing, why we are using these 4 kind of data type in the integer, because if we are going to store some large value, some small value, depending upon the requirement, we use these respective kind of data type. Got it? So you have to learn what type of values are allowed in these particular data type and what is the size. Okay? So mark that important point. The data type that are used to store numeric value fall under this subcategory, that is numeric primitive data type. Second point, that third line, all integral numeric type store integer values, that is whole number only, and tick only those 2 columns that is already explained by me, that is byte, short, int, long, and size 1 byte, 2 byte, 4 byte, and 8 byte. No need to learn other things. Got it? Okay. Now there are few things. Suppose I am writing 38L. 38L, capital L or small l. It stands for, that is long type of value. Okay, got it? Means 38 is a long type of value, means large value. Okay. Instead of using capital L, we are allowed to use small l also. So it is the symbol of that this is a large type of value. Okay. Mark this point. Paragraph after table. Small l or capital L suffix on an integer means that integer is a long data type. Example 33L. Now come to line number 3rd. Mark, underline that 33 is an int value and 33L is a long value. Means what is the difference between 33 and 33L? That is storage size availability. In 33L, there is availability of 8 bytes. But in 33, there is availability of only 4 bytes. Got it? That is the difference. Means storage space availability is the only difference between these type of data type. Any confusion? No? Okay. Now come to the next topic. Okay, one thing more. These data type or Java data type allow you to store positive and negative value. Both values are allowed. Just mark that point in second paragraph. After that, all data type are signed, that is they can store negative as well as positive number. Okay, got it? Wait a minute. Okay. Next, fractional numeric data type. What is fractional numeric data type? Fractional means any value that is in form of decimal. That is called fractional data type. Yes, Arushi, want to ask something?
So the last point which you have given to Mark, I have not got.
Okay, that is in the second paragraph. After data types, all data types are signed, that is they can store negative as well as positive numbers. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fractional data type means anything that is written in form of decimal. That is called fractional data type. Fractional data type, for example, 2.3, 2.5, 6, 7. These type of value are fractional data type. Okay. There are two categories of fractional data type. First one is float and second one is double. Beta, wait a minute. Okay. So there are two data types that come under this category. First one is float and second one is double. Again, storage space availability is the only difference. Means in float you are allowed to store 4 bytes and in double you are allowed to store 8 bytes. Got it? You have to learn the size. Okay. Now, if any number written 2.3f or small f, it means that is a float value. Okay. If they are mentioned d means double type of value. Got it? Float and double is clear. Okay, means if we want to store big fractional value, then we have to store double. if we want to store some small fractional value, then we have to use float. Mark important point in that first line after full stop. Fractional data type can store fractional number, that is number having decimal point. These are also called floating data types. Floating data types. Take those two columns, float 32 bits, double 64 bits. Okay, now come to page number 53, paragraph number 3rd, line number 2nd after full stop. To explicitly specify it to be of float type, use suffix capital F or small f. That is write 1.234 F or 1.234 capital F. Now come to the last, second last line, suffix small d or capital D, it means double. 1.234 capital D or 1.234 small d means it is a double value. Got it? Okay, one thing I want to mention, only few students completed their classwork, completed their notes instead of uploading notes of all the chapter. That is not tolerable. Okay, few students done very exceptional job, no doubt, very good. But most of you doesn't complete their work. I mentioned over that incomplete work, and I will cut your marks for that. Just keep in mind. Now, what do you want? Should I write in your copy? Yes, Akshara?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Still, I have doubt that in fractional numeric types, now after the decimal point, only one number we can write.
No. Like this, 2.56, 2.5678 something. Okay, that is, of course, mark D over there. Means double type of value, means you got big storage space for that. Okay, got it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next, character data type. What is character data type? That is third category. What is character data type? Anything that is written in single quote. That is called character data type. Okay, there is only one category, that is char. That is written in form of char, C-H-A-R. And storage size is 16-bit. Okay, means anything that is written in A. Suppose in single quote. This is character. And I want to ask one question. What is the output of this in Java? A in single quote plus B in single quote. Yes, Rashika, first switch on your video. Yes.
Yes, sir. AB.
Yes, very good. Answer is AB. And what this operation called? Yes, Rishi.
Polymorphism.
No, that is example of polymorphism. If I will tell that 2 plus 3 equal to 5 and single quote 2 plus single quote 3, that is 23 in single quote. Okay, that is example of polymorphism, means plus operation is there in both, but output is different. That is called polymorphism. But here plus operation, which function is performing in this second example? What is that? Anyone? Yes? Rajnandini?
So concatenation.
Very good, impressive. Answer is concatenation. That is called concatenation. If plus mark is there between two strings, then concatenation is performed and output will be that two particular string joined with each other. Okay? And that is an example of polymorphism. These two things. Okay? Got it? Srishti, clear? Okay. So mark important point in char data type, character type. First line, the character data type, char data type of Java is used to store characters. And tick those two columns, that is char 16-bit, means 2 byte. Okay, now come to the Boolean type. There are only two values that is allowed in Boolean, that is true and false. And what is important in that? These two are not keyword, but these two are reserved word for the compiler. Okay, that's why we can't use it as an identifier. Okay, so there are only two values, true and false, in the Boolean data type. Mark that. First line after full stop, it is used to represent a single true/false value. Single true/false value. Just tick those two columns in the table. Boolean Java reserve 8-bit but only uses 1 bit. Well, let us discuss this statement. Reserve means 8-bit. Suppose I will represent with the help of small boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These 8 boxes is reserved for Boolean values, but it uses only first box. Okay, but we can't use this space for another operation. Got it? So these 8 boxes is reserved for Boolean purpose, and we use only one box, means 1 bit. Got it? Okay. Now come to the next page. Variable. What is variable? Write one definition of variable. Yes, Rajnandni, want to ask something?
So in the character data type, the range is given 0 to 65,000. So what is that?
That range is allowed for that. That's why that is for the use of operating system. For that depend upon the configuration of your system. Okay, that is core level implementation detail. That is not important for you. Means those range of values is allowed in that. I already explained you that capital A value is 65 ASCII values. Remember that? Okay, small a, I think start from 97. So this is the range that is allowed in character data type. Okay, got it? Okay. Now come to the variable. Write down one definition that is not written in the book. A variable is a type of container. A variable is a type of container which can store a particular type of value. Which can store a particular type of value. Let us discuss that what is this variable. Suppose I am writing a equal to 10. Okay, means this a is a variable, is a name of a memory in the hard disk where 10 is stored and 10 is of type integer. Got it? So it is just like a container that store only integer type of value. Okay? In few student notes there is no example for each topic. At least mention one example. Okay, let us discuss declaration of variable. Variable concept is clear. That is a kind of container where we can store a particular type of value. If integer is marked, means we are allowed to store only integer type of value. Got it? Declaration of variable. What is declaration? That this particular variable is going to store which kind of value. If I will mention float, means that is a kind of declaration that this variable x is going to store fractional type of value. Okay, if I will mention integer a, it means this variable a is going to store only integer type of value. This is called declaration. And what is initialization? Assigning some kind of value. Assigning value, that is called assignment. Okay, so that is called initialization, means some initial value is assigned to that particular variable. So integer x or integer a is called declaration, and integer x equal to 10 means that is a kind of initialization. Is there any kind of doubt in declaration and initialization? No? Okay, let us mark important point in that. Yes, Ani, want to ask something?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, can you please repeat that topic? My internet was lost. I can't
Topic
get. Sir, the last topic which you have told.
variable.
Yes, sir.
Variable is a type of container that store a specific type of value. Got it? There are two steps for variable. First one is declaration, means declaring that which type of value is this variable is going to store. And second one is initialization, equal to some value, that is called initialization. Okay, so int x, int a, that is initialization, and int a equal to 10, that is int x is the declaration and equal to 10 is initialization. Got it? Clear? Okay, let us mark important point in that. Variable, first tick that box, that pink box, and after that mark first line. Variable represent named storage location whose value can be manipulated during program run. Okay, now come to the declaration of a variable. Do you know about syntax? Syntax means writing or rule of writing some statement. So here type variable name, that is syntax, right? In front of that syntax means type means data type and variable name means variable. Okay, just underline few line over there. After that, type is any Java data type. Type is any Java data type, and after full stop, mark one more line. A variable name is an identifier. Variable name, method name, class name, that is an identifier. Okay. Example are int age, float res, double pival. These are the example of declaration. Okay. Now multiple declaration can be also possible. What is multiple declaration? Suppose you are going to declare two variable a and b, and both are of integer type. So no need to write integer a, integer b like that. Just write integer a comma b if both are of same type. That is called multiple declaration. Got it? This is called multiple declaration. Mark that point. After that paragraph, second line after full stop, when more than one identifier of a type is being defined, a comma separated list of identifier may follow the type specifier. And mark the example. 3 examples are there. Okay. Next, come to the initialization. Initialization is clear. Yes, Parth, want to ask something?
Sir, when we assign two variables,
Yes, when we
When-
declare two variables.
variables, then put comma. So will there be a space between comma and that variable
No.
next variable?
No need to put a space. Just write in continuous manner. There is no such issue. Okay. Okay. Initialization of variable that we already discussed means assigning some value to a particular variable. That is called initialization. Mark important point in that. First line after full stop. A variable with a declared first value is said to be initialized variable. Example, mark example, int val equal to 1001. Just termination mark should be there in Java after every statement. Okay. Now, writing program on BlueJ that we already discussed, no need to discuss here again, and no need to write that in copy also. Got it? If there is some problem in writing notes, just copy my notes that is given on the website. Okay, that will be better in comparison to those notes that come for checking. Okay. Okay, program we are going to discuss at last. I think I will take some 10 or 15 minutes more. No need to leave the class. Okay. Now come to page number 58. Initial value of a variable. Suppose in writing program, You write just int A, int B and terminate here. Means you are not going to assign some initial value. Then I already told you that computer khali space nahi samajhta. Got it? So Java automatically by default assigns some initial value. By default assigns some initial value. Okay, that is called initial value of the variable. Those lists are given in the table. We have to just mark that and learn that. Okay, for example, byte, if you declare byte A and you are not going to assign any value, then in that case Java automatically assign A equal to 0. That is not visible, but that is stored on that particular memory location. Got it? So tick that table. All reference data type store null. Just keep in mind. And mark one important line, that is line number 2. Each class variable, instance variable or array component is initialized with the default value when it is created. Okay? Next, come to the local variable. What is local variable? What is global variable? I will explain you with the help of one structure of program. Okay? Suppose I am going to declare a class A. Here, now I am going to open the body of the class. After that, I will declare int A equal to 10. Now I am going to make one method, void square. Again, I am going to open the body of this method. Now, int C equal to A asterisk A. It means I am going to perform square of this number. Okay? Method close, class close. This integer C that is defined within the method, that is local variable, because that is not known for others until and unless public is mentioned over there. Okay, this is local variable, but whatever we are defining after class, that is a global variable. So this is a global variable, and this variable is local variable. Got it? Any confusion? No? Global variable, local variable is clear. Mark that point. After that table, please note that the local variable, that is variable you define inside a method or a block statement, are not initialized by default. You have to give the initial value explicitly. It means that default value concept that we just studied. What is in that? If you are not going to assign any value, then Java automatically assigns some initial value. Others, wait for a few minutes. Okay? But in local variable, for example, if suppose I am declaring here integer C, and after that I am going to terminate that, then in that case C is not assigned. Java doesn't assign any value in variable C, because that is a local variable. Means you have to assign some explicit value. Explicit value means you have to assign some value in that. Got it? Clear? So it will throw error here. Why? Because you doesn't assign any value here. So you have to assign value to a local variable. You can't leave it empty. Got it? Yes, Adarsh.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, can you please explain about local variables and this global variables so due to network connection?
Local variable that is defined within a boundary of a method, within the body of the method, that is non-known to other. Okay, that is called local variable. And whatever the variable that defined after the class just started, that is called global variable. Means that variable is accessed by all the methods. But this variable is not going to access by all the methods. That is not allowed. That is private for that particular method. That's why it is called local variable. Got it?
And sir, what is the difference between them?
What is the difference between that? Accessibility of this A. If you mention 10 method over there, this accessibility of A is allowed to everyone. But if you are using C in some other method, that will throw error. Means you have no permission to access this value outside the body of this particular method. Got it?
Okay, sir, thank you.
Mark important point in that. Okay, we already marked. Just tick the classification of the data type. Now come to one of the most important topic. First, mark that table, initial values of the data type, important. Okay, and after that, come to constant. Mark important over there. You know, in TCS, I got question from constant during my interview. What is that? Let us discuss. What is constant? Suppose in program, I want to declare some value constant, means throughout the execution of program, we are not interested to change the value of that particular variable. Okay, then we put a keyword in front of that variable, that is called final. For example, x equal to 10. I want to ensure that no one change this value, or during whole execution of program, x equal to 10 should be there. Means x equal to x plus 1. Suppose x equal to x plus 1. It means the value of x will be changed. 10 plus 1, that is 11. Right now it is possible. There is no such error. If we declare final, if I mention final in front of this keyword, in that case, it will throw error. Why? Because we mentioned final in front of x equal to 10. Means we are not allowed to change the value of x throughout the program. That is the role of final. Okay. For example, in banking, if suppose interest rate is fixed, then in that case, interest rate put final over there in front of that. So during execution of the complete program, no one is allowed to change the interest rate. Got it? And what is the advantage? What are the advantage? If anything have constant value, that is very easy to calculate. That is very easy to understand. Okay. For example, 45 minutes is there for one period. That is fixed. So that is very clear. Suppose 30 minutes for one period, someday 45 minutes, someday 1 hour. That is very difficult to adjust, very difficult to understand, very difficult to remember. Okay. So first advantage is that working, understanding of working is very simple. And second one is reading the program, understanding the program is also very easy. These are the two advantages of final keyword. Okay. So mark important point in that, just mention important over there, constant. Okay. After, for example, first line, for example, के बाद mark करिए, you might have a fixed tax rate of 0.030 for goods and tax rate of 0.20 for services. These are constant because their value is not going to change when the program is executed. Okay, come to page number 59. Final double tax rate equal to 0.25. That is the example. Final keyword is mentioned over there. Okay, it means that variable having constant value that is not going to change throughout the execution of the program. Okay, next point in the next paragraph, the keyword final make a variable as constant, that is whose value cannot be changed during the program execution. Okay, for example, that code is mentioned. Let us discuss class calculate tax. There is one method void calc. There are two variables, that is good underscore tax and service underscore tax. Both are declared final, means no one is allowed to change those values. For example, come to that line after paragraph, good underscore tax equal to 0.50. There is error mentioned over there. It means it will throw error, means we are not allowed to change value of any constant variable. Okay, so mark that code, mark that particular line, tick the note that is given in the pink box. Okay, now come to the advantages, tick all those 2 points. That's all from my side. In this chapter, I am going to discuss programming. If there is any doubt, clear it now. After that, I will discuss program. Is there any kind of doubt? No? Let us start programming, and keep in mind, programming is one of the most difficult tasks. You have to use your brain, and you are beginner for the programming. Okay, so have patience, understand each and every line. If there is any doubt, clear it. Okay, you are free to ask question. Yes, Akshara, be quick.
Sir, declaration of a variable and initializing of variables.
Initialization means assigning some value to the variable. For example, x equal to 10. And declaration means what x is going to store. For example, int x means x is going to store integer. And int x equal to 10 means x equal to 10. Means that is called initialization. Means we assign initial value 10 for x. Got it? Clear?
No,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Now come to the programming. I am going to share my screen. Okay. After one program, I will ask doubt. Okay. About doubt. If there is any doubt, you can clear. Okay. Screen is visible to everyone. Yes, others. Screen is visible. Okay. I already compiled and executed this program so that it will make easier to understand, and we complete all the program within very less time. Okay. First one is we are going to discuss all 6 programs. Okay. First thing you have to mention, just take all those programs that you have to write in the copy. Take that. Page number 56, example 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. Now page number 59, 4.5, and page number 60, 4.6. Remaining program that is given in the solved question and unsolved question, that is for your practice. No need to write that in the copy, just make it clear. Okay. Okay, let us discuss program. Everyone open that page, page number 56. Write a program to print detail about you, your name and age using a variable. Means we are going to represent our name on the computer screen with the help of Java program. Got it? Okay, that is first program. So this is your first program that is available in front of you. I am going to discuss that. Is it visible to everyone? Others? It is visible? Okay. Public class first. I already told you, public means that this class is accessible to everywhere within that particular folder or outside the folder. After that, void display. Void means this method is not going to return anything. Everything is printed in the method itself. Display is the name of the method. That's why we put opening bracket and closing bracket. Next one is name. Name is a kind of string. Character means single alphabet. Name is a kind of string, that is set of characters. That's why I mentioned string. In string, S is capital over there because string is a class. For any class, we have to mention first alphabet in capital. Okay, string, variable name is name, and variable name is, and after that, variable name, string name means that is declaration, and equal to Akhilesh, that is initialization, means initial value is assigned, and after that, int age equal to 28. Okay, age is a kind of integer value. No need to mention any number within the double quote. String, for string we have to mention in double quote. Just like I mentioned my name in the double quote. Got it? Is that clear? Now system.out.println. In system you have to write S in capital because that is a class, and after that in double quote, whatever the message you are going to print, that should be in double quote. And variable, my name is plus name. Plus, here plus play the role of concatenation. Okay, got it? And name is a kind of a string. And in second case, system.out.println, my age is plus age. Now there should be one doubt. What? Sir, age is a kind of integer, and my age is a kind of a string. Then how concatenation is performed? Java is going to perform concatenation, or Java is going to convert that integer into string by default. That is called internal conversion, implicit conversion. Okay, program is clear to everyone? Okay, I am going to compile that program. Compilation is okay. I am going to close this program. After that, I am going to create the object, first one, and after that I am going to execute void display. What is the output? My name is Akhilesh, my age is 28. Is that clear to everyone? So today all of you make your own program and display your name and age in the program. Okay, no need to copy this program. Just write down your name. No need to write my name. I know my name and age. Okay, got it? So that is your first program through which we all of you are going to print your name and age. Is that clear to everyone? In programming, is there any kind of doubt? Yes, Avika.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, if you will directly write that system.out.print, my name is Avika. So, sir, what will happen?
If you write directly system.out.println, in double quote you are going to write my name is Avika. Yes, that will be displayed. Okay, but here
String.
we want to store that. We want to use the variable initialization and declaration. That's why we store that value in the variable, and after that we are printing this. Got it?
So, sir, in the exam directly it will ask, or it will ask that.
No. That is a if I will tell that just print your name on the desktop. Okay, then in that case you have to store your name in the variable and then you have to print. Okay, that is the standard way. Okay, any doubt, L?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, come to the second program. Second program, write a program to print sum of 3 given numbers. Means we are going to perform addition of 3 numbers. So what we will do in that? We have to store these 3 values in 3 variable, and after that we are going to print using system.out.println. Others, no need to eat and drink anything within the class. Okay. Test. Okay, our class is test. Our method is my method. There are 3 variable, multiple declaration are there. Int num1, num2, num3, sum. There are 4 variable, all are integer type. Now num1 equal to num2 equal to num3. All these are number, so no need to put that in double quote. What we have to put in double quote means any character or any string. Character should be in single quote and the string should be in double quote. And after that, sum equal to num1 plus num2 plus num3, and then termination. Means we are going to perform addition of all 3 number and we have to save that in variable sum. And after that, system.out.println, in double quote, there is only message, the 3 given numbers are. Next, 3 print statement is going to print all three numbers. And what is ln? Means all three number is going to print in the new line. ln means new line. Okay. And in the last statement, system.out.println in double quote sum equal to, means that will be printed as it is, and plus sum means implicit conversion will be performed by the Java. That sum is in form of integer that will be converted in string, and then concatenation is performed. Okay, is that clear? Now I am going to compile this. No syntax error. Next, I am going to run this. For this, we have to create one object test1, and after that void method display. Where is the output? Yes, my name. I think मैंने इसे clear नहीं किया था. That's why previous program in option there is clear button. You have to click on the clear so that previous output will be should be deleted in that. Okay. Now I am going to run this void my method. Three given numbers are, and after that three numbers that is printed in the new line, and sum equal to 6995. Just keep in mind, after equal to, click space bar and then put double quote. Otherwise it will be displayed sum equal to, there is no space, then 6995 will be printed. Got it? If you want a space, then you have to put a space in the double quote itself. Is there any kind of doubt in second program? Any doubt? No? Okay, now come to the program number 3rd. Write a program to find the parameter of a triangle whose sides measuring 10 centimeter, 14 centimeter, and 15 centimeter. Now tell me, what is the parameter of a triangle? Anyone? Yes, Parth. What is parameter? Where is Parth?
Sir, to add the sides, all the sides.
Yes, sum of all the sides. That is called parameter. After these programming, you are able to calculate area. You are able to calculate parameter. So ये नहीं कि सर आपने एग्जाम में ये क्लास में नहीं कराया था, वो आप कर सकते हैं. Okay, means you are capable to perform these kind of program. Just practice it in your computer. Okay. So let us discuss what is how we are going to calculate parameter of the triangle. Public class calc public void compute. Okay, int side 1 equal to 10, side 2 equal to 14, side 3 equal to 15. Here side is mentioned, but after few chapters we take input from the user that mention the side, and after that our program is going to calculate the parameter. But we are beginners, so we make static programming, means all values are fixed, all values are assigned. Dynamic programming means taking input during the time of execution, and static programming means already all values are defined within the program itself. Got it? And after that int parameter. Now parameter equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Next system.out.println parameter of triangle this side. This is, and after that plus parameter plus, and after that in double quote centimeter, because in maths you have to mention unit. Okay, because if you are not going to mention that, then half marks will be deducted. Okay, is there any kind of doubt in the program? No? Okay, we are going to compile the program. There is no error. After that we are going to create object calc1, and after that we are executing the program. Okay, again I forgot to clear the previous output. Okay. Okay, this is the output. Parameter of triangle with side 10 centimeter, 14 centimeter, and 15 centimeter is 39 centimeter. Got it? Any confusion? Okay, just listen very carefully. I am not going to upload this program. I am going to upload only notes. Okay, these programs are written in the book itself, so no need to upload that in the website. Okay. One thing more, you have to write the program and you have to write the output also, because few students completed program of chapter 2nd, I think, but no output is given. So I mentioned executed question mark and output question mark. Okay, got it? Okay. Yes, Akshara, want to ask something? Be quick, beta, because we are exceeding time.
Yes, sir. That you have written public class Kalk. So any other name we can write?
Yes, write down the akshara, name of the class, no problem. Okay.
So for perimeter we can write.
Name of class that will be defined by yourself. There is no restriction for that. Okay. Yes,
Thank
Arushi,
you, sir.
want to ask something? Arushi? Yes.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
So this in second program we have written of int, we have written num1, num2, num3, and in the third program we have not in the int we have entered the value also.
Yes, that is also possible. Means declaration, initialization, all can be performed within one line. There is no such issue. Okay. Okay. Yes, Winston, first switch on your video. Winston, be quick, beta. Yes. What is your doubt?
Sir, that public void after that computer, that E only you have written till.
Public void and compute.
Yes, sir. We can write anything.
Yes, in place of compute, you can write anything. Okay. That is an identifier. Means name of variable, name of function. You are free to write anything. Okay. Okay.
you,
Now come to the next program. That is program number 4. Program number 4. Write a program to find the side of a square whose perimeter is 20 meter. How many sides of a square are there? 4. Okay. So for calculating and square having all sides equal. So if we divide perimeter by 4, then we will get the required side. So this is very simple. Just void compute double side, comma, perimeter equal to 20. Why we have taken double? Because maybe decimal value will be appear in front of you. And for division operation, we have to take float or double. Okay. So double side, perimeter equal to 20, then side equal to perimeter divided by 4. And after that, system.out.println, the side of square with perimeter 20 meter is plus side, and after that plus, because after side there is also a substring. Okay, so we have to mention that in double quote. Okay, got it? Okay, let us compile the program. Let us compile the program. There is no syntax error, and after that we are going to execute our next program. We are going to create object. After object creation, we are going to execute the program. The output is in front of you. Parameter of triangle, that is of previous. Let us delete it. After that, output is the side of square with parameter 20 meter is 5.0 meter. 5.0. Why? Because we mentioned double in front of that particular variable. For any float and double, answer will be 5 point something, 6 point something. If there is no value after the decimal, then 0.0 should be mentioned. Got it? Any confusion? No? Winston and Arushi, remove this raise and mark. Okay. Now, question number 5 and 6. Now you are able to understand that program. Okay. But I will execute and explain that program in the next class. And you have to practice solved programs and unsolved programs in your system. No need to write that in within the copy. Just keep in mind. Okay. Notes will be uploaded by today itself. Okay. Or maybe tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Winston wants to ask something. Beta, I think time for new next class. So we'll if there is any doubt, we will discuss it later. Yes, Urvasi, want to ask something? Be quick, beta.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, when we will get the summer assignment of computer?
Summer assignment, we will discuss it after first semester. Okay, I will give you one program you have to execute. Then if executed successfully, then you have to write that program. I will tell you the way of writing and each and everything, because that is of 100 marks. Okay, one program will be assigned at one time and you have to execute and mention in the copy in that record. Okay,
Yes.
I will explain. No need to write anything right now. Yes, P. Lakshmi, be quick, beta. Want to ask something?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have written the program. No error was there, but the input is not coming.
Input or output is not coming.
Yeah, sir. Sorry.
In which program?
Sorry, sir.
In which program?
Sir, in first one.
In first one, maybe there is some error. Okay.
No, error is not there.
Error
Compiling.
is not there.
No,
Okay.
sir.
That is not visible, beta. Okay. First, I am going to stop screen share. Yes. Right click on that. Right click.
Okay, sir.
First right click, then create object. Yes. Right click. Click on that new something is written over there.
Yes, sir.
Click on that.
Okay,
and
sir.
click OK. Click on that red box. Right click. Right
Yes,
click.
sir.
beta. Right click.
Okay, sir.
Close this. Right click.
Yes, sir.
Then click on the method name. That is, I think, second one. Click
Yes,
on
sir.
that. Output
Yeah.
is- Okay, got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's all for today. Complete your copy. When you get your copy, complete that. Because I mentioned over that in complete one. So everyone is satisfied for the with this programming. Okay, that is clear. Everyone is happy. Okay. So perform all these program in your computer. Got it? Thank you. That's all for today. Bye-bye. Bye.